Hi everyone, welcome back. Thanks for being here. I'm going to give the pearlescent negative space ribbon pour another try. So I did it with some metallic colors, and I did a design in the middle that I didn't super love. I came back through with some more black, but it just, I don't know. I wanted to give it a try with that kind of butterfly swirl ribbon pour again and leave that design out of the middle and see what happens. I will tell you about my colors as I layer these, so let's paint. All right, so I have my cup here. I did change it up this time. I am using, I wish you could be here in studio with me to see it. This is a pearl violet mixed with black, and it is a beautiful pearl color, violet color. So I'm going to, I think I will start with my black in the center again. Whoa, that was a big chunk. It's not a chunk, a big pour there. Okay, I've got one bubble, got that out. I am gonna pour these big layers again, and I am gonna put more in. Last time I had to add some black around the outer edges, which I may do again, and then I have changed up as I layer my colors. I'll tell you about those too. I have changed up the colors. So the first color change was the violet instead of the blue. And then my next change up, you'll see when I do the colors, I actually did silver and another blue color instead. All right, here we go. I think this might be it. Last little section here. I'm going to finish it out with the pearlescent paints. There's a lot of pearlescent in this one, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to set this off to the side this time, and now I'm going to layer this cup. So for my colors, so I have this beautiful, I mixed what I had left over of the gold and the copper together. So I'm going to pour that into the center, most of it actually. Then I mixed up the pearl violet and pearl blue that I had left over. So that will go down the side. I think just one solid layer there. Now I'm going to come in. This was my extra color I added. I had a little bit of this blue left over. I will save a little bit of that for one last layer. Then I'm going to put, this is pearl violet. To stick with that, I do want a pretty good layer of that. And then I feel like, do I mix in? I might even mix in just this last little bit of the pearl violet mixed with black, just to give it a little bit of contrast. Then I'm going to mix in silver. This is my next color here. Now we'll go back and just these last little bits of paint that I had. And then I think we can get going on this one. Very different color palette. If I truly wanted to see how they had come out, I probably should have stuck with the same color palette as before, but oh well. And I do have just the tiniest bit more here of this color. I want to use it all up. All right, now my silver. I'm interested to see, because this color palette doesn't like grab me immediately, like, ooh, I love this color palette, but I'm interested to see how it'll come out with this background. So first things first, I am going to pour, so again, I am going to kind of do it like a triangle, a square, and then pour this into the center, swirl it on around. Ooh, it is very purple, and I very much so love that. Okay, so this part is good. Now I do have a little bit of my black. I am going to pour that around the edges again, just so that I can get a good base and not have to worry so much about tilting all of the purple off. Okay, so that part is done. I've used up all of those. Let me give this a good torch. Okay, now I think I'm going to stay on the inside, and I just want to kind of like this throughout. I don't know if this design, if it's going to come out in my head like I want it to. Almost like a weaving. And there's my other colors. Oh, I want to make sure I go to that side the same that I went to the other side. And I'm okay with that because that I can move that off the top. Okay, I'm at least happy with this part of it. I don't know, y'all. Maybe it was like a serendipitous, is that the right word? I don't know, moment for that last one that I did with those leftover paints, but I loved that design so much. All right, so I'm just gonna stretch it out to the sides first. And then over to this side, I do want to try to leave some negative space, and I think it's gonna be on this outer edge over here. I think instead of turning it, I may just, it's so cool the way it's woven through there. Okay, one more twist to get around to you, and then again, we'll see how this dries. Okay, not as much negative space. I always feel like I try for it. That's why it's like a challenge to me. I try for it and then it doesn't happen. Oh, this has so many layers to it though. I feel like it's just a little bit. Okay. It is a little bit heavy. I feel like that section, oh, I'm dripping everywhere. I feel like that section down there, this one down here will be the bottom, and the way you're seeing it, basically, that'll be the bottom and this will be the top. I have lots of reactions that are happening. I think it's coming from the silver. I am not going to touch this one at all. I think I actually like the composition of the other one better. I will show you both at the end together. And maybe I should show you the purple one so that you can see like what I was going for. I am happy though. I'm just super interested to see how this is going to come out. And I almost feel like maybe I should stretch these loops off of this side a little bit so that it's more like, oh yeah. I like that better. All right, I'm gonna leave this one be and we'll see. I'll show you what it looks like. I am really interested to see how this dries because to me, this is not, and I think maybe it's that goldish, it turns into a bronze, like that gold copper color. I feel like if I'd have stuck with just cool colors, this may have been a little bit more pleasing to me, and of course, the design took over, but I'm just getting back in the saddle, okay? But look at the reaction that the silver has. I think that's the silver over top. So I'm going to be really interested to see how this dries because there's like all this silver. It's almost like I swiped with silver as an activator, but I didn't. So I will be super surprised. Like this painting will surprise me if that dries like that and it looks like that. But we'll see. So stay tuned. I'll show you how it dries. This one has such a different feel than the other one that I did. And there's a few things that I'll show you. So I'm going to twist this in a second and look at the composition, because I actually feel like instead of moving side to side, I might like it better with these lines moving up and down. And then I will also show you the gold one instead of the silver one. But first, in for the close-up. So the silver is really pretty. The copper color is super duper bright on this one. The pearl violet in the background is so beautiful and showed up so well. It's just the silver makes it have less contrast to me, even though the base is very dark in between. But I do like the way that the lines crisscross. It's a little bit kind of more all over the canvas. And then those portions, it's going to be real hard to get you to see this, but over top, that lacing stayed. So it's really hard. It's really hard for you to see it, but there is like a haze over top and silver lacing, and actually I think maybe pearl violet lacing that goes through there. But super cool. Okay, so let me change it around the composition. So this is with the lines moving parallel to the ground. And this is with the lines moving vertical. And I feel like I'm maybe a little bit partial to this way. I think so. It reminds me of like tall weeds in the grass, like that type of motion. Okay, and now let me show you. So pretty. The purple is just so pretty. And now let me show you the other painting. Look at the difference in the two. The energy is much more here due to the contrast and the motion. This is much more soft and subtle with the silver color and more similar colors to it. And then the kind of either vertical or horizontal motion. Super different, almost same application of the paints, but just changing up the colors and the composition just a little bit gave such a different result. All right, thanks everyone for watching. I had a lot of fun with these two. All right, happy painting.